Let's be very clear. Bullshit at work is a serious problem. It is not just annoying jargon or a boring meeting. It is communication, talk, emails, reports, other communications that shows a complete disregard for the truth. Think of it this way: a liar knows the truth and wants to hide it from you. A bullshitter, on the other hand, does not care what the truth is. They only care about their own agenda. They want to persuade you, impress you, get through the presentation without anyone asking hard questions. This distinction is critical. It's often more slippery and harder to pin down than a simple lie. This stuff matters. It matters a lot. When your workplace is filled with bullshit, it becomes a house of cards, built on vague statements and empty promises. Important decisions get made based on feelings, not facts. People start to wonder if anyone actually knows what is going on. It creates a fog of uncertainty that hangs over everything. This is not some minor inconvenience. It's a fundamental breakdown of how a healthy organization should function. An organization that runs on bullshit is running on fumes and headed for a cliff. You see it every single day, and you probably have a finely tuned internal alarm for it. It's the moment in a meeting when a manager uses a dozen buzzwords to explain something that should be simple. It's the company-wide email that celebrates leveraging synergistic paradigms but never actually says what the company achieved. It is the glossy annual report that uses beautiful charts with questionable data to paint a rosy picture of a terrible year. This is not just poor communication. It's a deliberate choice to prioritize appearance over substance, and it's slowly poisoning your work life. The core of the issue is this complete separation from reality. Bullshit allows people to talk a lot without saying anything meaningful. It helps them avoid accountability. If your goals are vague enough, who can say you failed? It allows leaders to sound confident and decisive even when they are completely lost. This creates a dangerous environment where perception is more important than reality. And when that happens, the real work gets pushed aside in favor of just looking busy and sounding smart. So, how does this menace actually show up at your 9 to 5? We can break it down into 3 main categories. First, there's the most basic form, a total disregard for truth and evidence. The person who makes bold claims in a meeting without a single shred of data. They state things as fact because it feels right or supports their argument, not necessarily lying. They just haven't checked the facts. Playing a game of confidence, hoping no one calls their bluff. Second, leadership bullshit. Leaders feeling pressure to have all the answers, all the time. A manager gives a confident, definitive answer to a question they don't actually know. That sets a terrible precedent. It signals admitting "I don't know" equals failure. That forces everyone to pretend they have answers too. A chain of confident ignorance. Third, bullshit language. Corporate jargon, empty slogans, meaningless buzzwords, mission statements so generic they could apply to a bank, or a hospital, or a hot dog stand. Job titles like Chief Visionary Officer. Job titles like Growth Hacker. Language designed to obscure, not clarify. Simple ideas made to sound complex. Complex problems given easy, buzzword solutions. A smokescreen that prevents honest conversation. Make no mistake, this isn't just a quirky office annoyance. Organizational bullshit has real, tangible costs that hurt both the company and its people. For starters, it completely wrecks decision-making. When meetings are filled with vague assertions and data-free claims, bad choices are inevitable. Projects get greenlit after convincing but baseless presentations. Resources, time, money are poured into doomed initiatives because nobody cuts through the bullshit to ask for the facts. Beyond bad business choices, bullshit systematically destroys trust. Employees hear leaders say one thing and do another, or see corporate values ignored in daily practice, so they lose faith. Morale plummets. Why be loyal to a company or manager you can't believe? That erosion of trust drives lower engagement and higher turnover. A study in the Journal of Management Studies found a direct link between perceived organizational bullshit and lower job satisfaction and increased intentions to quit. It's literally driving your best people away. The damage is also deeply personal. Half-truths, empty rhetoric make work mentally exhausting. Employees expend extra energy figuring out what's real and what's for show. This leads to frustration, burnout, and deep cynicism. People stop caring. They stop sharing their best ideas because they assume they'll be ignored for whatever sounds good in the moment. Innovation grinds to a halt because the culture chokes ideas out. Ultimately, this can even hurt your customers. Internal teams afraid to report real problems or forced to use misleading language let problems fester. A software team, hiding a critical bug with jargon, will release a faulty product. A sales team promising things based on baseless optimism will create angry clients. The bullshit that starts in the boardroom doesn't stay there. It leaks out, damages the company's reputation, and harms its relationship with the people it's supposed to serve. Alright, so how do we fight back? The good news is, you don't need a multi-million-dollar consulting package to start cleaning up the mess. There are simple, practical, evidence-based actions you can take right now. The first and most important step is to make truth and evidence the price of admission for any serious discussion. In meetings, normalize asking, how do we know that? What data is that based on? Leaders must model this behavior. Create an environment where saying, I don't know, but I will find out, is seen as a strength, not a weakness. Second, you must actively protect the people who speak up. Bullshit thrives in a culture of fear. If people are afraid of being punished for questioning a senior leader or pointing out a flaw in a popular plan, they will stay silent. Organizations need to create psychologically safe channels for dissent. Anonymous feedback systems, appointing a devil's advocate in key meetings, clear enforced policies that protect whistleblowers from retaliation. When people feel safe, they are far more likely to challenge nonsense when they see it. Third, you have to train people to spot and resist bullshit. This isn't just about being cynical, it's about being critical. Teach employees basic critical thinking skills, how to read a chart properly, how to identify logical fallacies, promote leaders who demonstrate intellectual humility, those who are curious. Ask questions, are willing to be proven wrong. Companies like Pixar have famously used brain trust meetings where candid, direct feedback is expected from everyone, regardless of title, to rigorously test ideas. Other practical steps can reinforce this. Start rewarding outcomes, not just confident presentations. Create routines for post-project reviews, pre-mortems before a project starts to identify potential failures. Increase job security where possible. Research shows employees who feel secure are less likely to bluff to protect their jobs. Finally, increase transparency by making more information and data widely available. When everyone can see the numbers for themselves, it becomes much harder for anyone to spin a false narrative. Fixing this problem isn't a one-and-done initiative. It requires a long-term commitment to building a culture of truth-telling and resilience. This transformation has to start at the very top. Leaders must not only talk about the importance of honesty and the importance of evidence, but they must also model it in every decision they make. When a CEO publicly admits a mistake, explains what they learned, and outlines a clear plan to correct it, they send a powerful message to the entire organization. Truth is valued here more than ego. Next, this commitment must be embedded into the systems and processes of the company. Look at how you hire, promote, and reward people. Are you promoting the charismatic speakers who sound confident, or the quiet but effective individuals who consistently deliver results based on solid work? Your incentive structures speak louder than any mission statement. Build performance reviews that reward learning from failure. Celebrate teams that identify problems early, and celebrate teams that fix problems early, even if it means admitting a project was off track. Building routines to support this culture is also crucial. Make decision-making processes more rigorous. Require that major decisions are backed by a written document outlining the evidence, the assumptions, and the expected outcomes. Amazon is famous for its 6-page memo culture, which forces presenters to think through their ideas deeply and allows for a more substantive, fact-based discussion than a flashy PowerPoint presentation ever could. These routines create habits of critical thought. Ultimately, bullshit is a hidden tax on your organization. It drains time, erodes trust, and crushes morale. It silently sabotages performance and harms the well-being of your employees. But it is not an unstoppable force of nature. It is a choice. Champion truth. Demand evidence. Protect dissent. Reward intellectual honesty. You can build a workplace where clarity trumps jargon, where evidence beats empty claims, and where real work finally gets the respect it deserves.